So summer is nearly over, and both fortunately and unfortunately, my anime and manga collection has not grown all that much in this past season. But I wanted to give you guys an update as to the things that I have been able to purchase as of August 2016. Starting things off, we will take a look at the different manga I have picked up. Leading things off is Fairy Tail Ice Trail Volume 2. This is the second volume in the series. There are only two in this series, so this is what rounds everything out. And I'm pretty excited to have it. It was a pretty decent read between the two volumes. Nothing that's going to blow you away, but if you're a pretty serious Fairy Tail fan, you probably will appreciate the fan service that this volume and the one that comes before it brings along, unless you really don't like the titular character, in which case I wouldn't suggest picking it up. Next two manga I picked up are Bleach 66 and Bleach 67. Where do we even begin with this one? Bleach 66 came out, I think it was released in like February, March area of this year, so at the very beginning of the year is when this one came out, and 67 just came out in July. I was gonna get this, but at the time I didn't really have a whole lot of money. I still don't have a whole lot of money, as evidenced by why this video is not going to be extremely long. So I just figured I would wait and pick up a couple volumes together, and then just read them at the same time. And I'll have a funny story to talk about with that as well. So I waited a while, and this one finally was launched in July. Still was waiting, and then I happened to hop onto Amazon one day, and I found volume 67 was $4 and change, brand new, and I was like, are you serious? This is, what's the asking price for this one? $9.99, that's what I thought. $9.99, and it was going for $4 and change. Okay, so I checked 66, and that one was going for like 6 something. And so I jumped on it because why not? I mean, that's just over $10, and I can pick up the 2 volumes for about the price that one of them would be. So I saw no reason to not pick these up. And I did not read them initially. It took me about a week or so to get to them, but when I finally did get the chance to get to them, it was the perfect timing because we had this outrageous storm out here. Seriously, a horrible storm. It had not rained out where I live in a very long time, and when it did finally rain, it was crazy. And it knocked out my electricity for 15 hours. So I was like, well, this is the perfect time to finally get around to reading those Bleach volumes. So I read both of these. This was only about 2 weeks or so ago. I read both of these volumes, and I also started rereading Bakuman before having to eventually leave my place because I also had no running water. So I could not stay. I ended up having to go stay with a friend until the following day, in which my electricity came back. But these are volumes 66 and 67. Volume 68, if I remember correctly, is not slated to come out until November of this year. And you can bet for sure Viz Media is going to really be spacing these out because Bleach is done. I mean, it's over. It's going to end at volume 74, I believe. So it'll make it 2 volumes longer than Naruto. And honestly, you guys, there's really very little to write home about in these 2 volumes. I'm essentially kind of only reading Bleach at this point because I know it's ending in 7-ish volumes. There's no reason to not continue it and finish things up. I think the reason that volume 67 was so inexpensive, so close to release date, is because it simply is not quite selling as well. I'm not saying it's absolutely atrocious, it's the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's just not what it used to be, man. It really isn't. And I mean, granted, Bleach started to kind of downgrade a long time ago, so I mean, that's just what happens when series continue to run long after they kind of are ready to be done. and it's a real shame because I think Bleach has one of the strongest openings in any most recent shonen battle manga. I really love it, but we'll see how it closes up. It might be able to patch things up to make things a little better, but it's certainly in a rough patch here. These 2 volumes, not a whole lot happens. It's just fight with characters that some people may not care too much about. I know that I don't. I just want Ichigo to come back. He's like never on any of these volume covers or anything. Like he's missing. He's gone. So that is 66, 67. I'll probably pick up 68 when it comes out. Either that or I'll wait and get 68 and 69 together. So we'll see how that goes later this year. And the only anime I picked up is Evangelion 3.33. You Cannot Redo, the Blu-ray collection. Picked this one up actually on sale at Best Buy. I happened to swing over there one day. Not really for any reason. I was just browsing, and this was on sale for $20, and I was like, alright, I'll finally get it. It took ages for me to pick it up because it came out also around February of this year, which was way later than anybody ever wanted it to come out, but it finally came out, so I'm glad I was able to find it for such a good price, if you ask me. I am definitely looking forward to Evangelion 4, whatever they're going to call it, 3+1. But the creator, if you guys have seen in a recent news article, he kind of stated that he was just growing so tired with the series, sort of. Not necessarily like he didn't want to do it, but he didn't feel that creative freedom, that creative spark, that drive that you need to create something good. So he decided he wasn't going to work on it, and I don't blame him. If you force something, it's just not going to be the way you want it to be. So I'd rather it be delayed and then we get something good, because I think the 4th film is supposed to be the final one. But this film series has enough people not liking it as it is, so whatever. I really like this one. I like this film quite a bit, actually, so I've seen it a few times. I saw it in theaters here in the States whenever it finally was released. The box is real nice. It's embossed. Textures all over the place. So this is not the world you thought you knew. And the animation in this film is really rock solid, if you ask me. So it comes with an art book, which pretty sweet. So you can just sort of see there's all sorts of cool stuff in there. And I think this is the one that got like messed up, actually, but I'll show you guys anyway. So I wanted him to sign it right here, but Spike Spencer signed it right there. You know, whatever, it's better than nothing. I'm not complaining. I was real happy to be able to meet him and to have him sign all of my Evangelion stuff and my Code Geass stuff for playing Rolo. One day, I'll get all this stuff signed up. But this is just the Blu-ray, so if you guys are looking for a DVD plus Blu-ray collection, this is not going to be what you're looking for. So I encourage you to... in fact, I honestly don't know if one exists, so if you really cannot get the Blu-ray, you'll have to find a DVD collection, DVD set elsewhere. So that rounds out my anime and manga pickups as of August 2016. Evangelion, Bleach, and Fairy Tail. Can't really fit them all quite in the frame, but we do our best. And as you guys already know, I did pick up this playmat, so I'd like to think that $5, some of that went to the team behind Fairy Tail, so I'll hope that counts as well. So these are everything I have picked up recently. I do have for sure pickups coming up in October. If you watched my video on Platinum End, I'll have a link to it in the description below. That one is coming out on October 4th, as well as the Code Geass Blu-ray Special Edition from Funimation. So I've been waiting years upon years for Funimation to finally announce the release of the Blu-ray for Code Geass, because they acquired the rights to the series ages ago, and it's only now they're finally doing something for it. But I believe, I don't know, you could say it's just PR, but Code Geass' 10th anniversary is this year, and so I think that is a good time for them to finally release the collection. It's $104. Dear God, but I'm going to be getting it. You can guarantee it, because that is my favorite series, and absolutely, I want that in my collection. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment. Let me know. Let's put it like this. It looks a little better. Let me know what you guys have picked up in recent months, recent days. Have you got anything cool? Have you got anything that I also picked up? If you have, let me know what you thought of it. Good or bad. Just don't post any spoilers for those people who have not picked up any of these items. And if, with that being said, please drop a like on this video. I would appreciate it very much, and I will catch you guys next time.